Good evening, everybody. I'm Fictional Crystals, and Doug is pretty cool. We haven't seen a lot of Connie's dad on the show. This was practically the first time we've seen how his relationship with Connie is. And it was the first time we've seen him do his job. He seems a lot less strict than Connie's mother, but that might be due to the fact that they're pulling back on rules. And they know about Connie's adventures now. He's showing more of his actual personality rather than the strict parent personality. We could see a glimpse of this back in Fusion Cuisine when he tried lightening the mood. The episode starts off with Steven and Connie getting some fry bits. Ronaldo has this weird rash which I do not even want to know about. Then Steven and Connie recap what's happened on the show recently. The show has a lot of hiatuses, so they needed to do this for the people who only casually watch it. HomeWorld gems have been showing up everywhere lately. He's glad he can at least have a little break. Of course not for long, because then Doug shows up, and then somehow manages to trick Steven into thinking he's under arrest. Steven must have been playing up his reaction at least a little bit, probably because Connie was there. Steven can be pretty stupid sometimes, but with the amount of character development he's gone through now, there's no way he'd act that dumb in that situation unless it was on purpose. When Steven's just casually hanging around with his friends, he typically acts more goofy to try and make them laugh. Connie's family doesn't live in Beach City, so the only reason Doug's there is to go on a stakeout in Funland. And he invites Steven and Connie to go along with him. They say they're gonna ruin some teen's night. The funny thing is, Steven is a teen. Steven and Connie decide to put on some disguises for the stakeout. Connie looks like Carmen Sandiego and Steven looks like Luigi. Steven's voice actor can actually speak Italian, so they had more than one reference with him in this costume. They then hear a noise and go to investigate. There is a big hole in the fence, so they go in and look around. A bunch of weird stuff is going on. They see that the hyperspace ride's open, so they go in it. Oh, the irony that it's called hyperspace. The ride starts going with them inside. They talk about physics here, which just, right, physics. Yep, that is definitely how physics works. Yep. The only reason they're able to escape is because of Steven's super strength. He left a pretty big dent in the door which someone's gonna have to pay for. Steven and Connie start to think that they're dealing with some sort of gem, which worries Doug a bit, but not for the reasons you'd expect at first. They keep investigating and run into another strange figure. They chase the figure but just end up finding Onion. Onion was more scared than he's ever been before, which is really saying something. But they don't understand what he's trying to tell them. They think he's the one who's been causing all the trouble. He does have a bit of a criminal record, and they found a ripped off piece of his pants on the fence. In the end, the three end up letting him off the hook. Doug was frankly a bit disappointed that it was just a kid. He wanted to make Connie think that what he does is exciting too, even though there isn't as much action as what Steven or Dr. Maheswarens do. But Connie likes him and his job anyway. She likes calling him a cop instead of a private security guard too.
Oh, that's kind of like my dad. He's a cop. Well, more like a private security guard.
Although none of them realized it, the whole Maheswarens family has now dealt with some bad gems. You just can't have a Steven Universe episode without people talking about their feelings or an emotional moment. But after the three leave, Onion is taken. The HomeWorld gems have started taking people for the zoo. Considering Doug is an adult and a security person, he should have offered to take Onion home. But I guess that wouldn't have really worked for the plot. Back in Future Boy Zoltron, Steven mentioned this to Onion, and now it's kind of come true.
Halt! If you're not careful, Zoltron sees prison bars in your future.
Yes, Onion was lurking around Funland, but it was these two new HomeWorld gems who broke the fence and were making it hard for Doug. The hugely plot-heavy episodes are on their way. Another little random thing I noticed was these posters on the wall, which were callbacks to older episodes. Overall, this was a good kickoff to the Taking Humans arc. Take a listen to the ending theme of this episode. We're getting closer to a full song here. But anyway, thanks for watching and keep Beach City weird.